Welcome, everybody, to another wonderful, exciting episode. We're hyped up.
What episode?
For poker.
Counter Poker!
Where we are discussing during Jesus Week.
Counter Jesus! No,
The issue that everybody is talking about. Chris Jesus Ferguson
Counter Ferguson
has returned to the World Series of Poker after a lengthy absence.
What are we going to argue?
Here at Poker Counter Poker, we're going to argue whether it's okay or not that he is back in the game. Now,
Whoa. Who's arguing which side here?
Neither one of us really want to argue that it's okay that he's back in the game, so I have a coin that we are going to flip. Shimi, are you ready?
God, no.
Call it in the air.
Tails.
Okay, yay! I get to argue the fun side. I'm pretty sure there's no way I'm going to lose this argument. Shimi, are you ready?
Son of a...
Poker! Okay, he has come back after being in hiding for over 5 years. Pretty much in hiding. He is, over those 5 years, he issued one statement from his lawyer, hasn't said a word. Nothing. Just waltzes right back on into the Amazon room, starts playing... I don't know. No, doesn't no remorse. Doesn't really
Counter
look so
poker.
great.
All right, I'm going to do this. This is going to be a little bit hard for me, but I can do this,
you
man.
Can
all
do
right.
It, maybe.
Okay, to be a little bit fair, it has been
poker. You cannot be fair. Try again.
Counter poker. It's been 5 years. I mean, come on. If we're talking about Chris Jesus Ferguson, we should be talking about forgiveness. And, maybe it's time to move past this. And it's not such a terrible thing to let him come back, is it?
Weak point, Mr. Fish. I'm sorry. No. Tell that to the 1,500 people who have not yet gotten paid from Full Tilt Poker, okay?
Counter poker. He's giving some of the money back right now, though. I mean, the guy just bought in for a $10,000 tournament and sucked.
Okay,
all that money went back to the players. You know what? So long as he's losing, I have no problem that he's playing at the table.
Okay, but the fact is he's also cashed. There was a $1,500 Six Max Dealer's Choice event, and he finished in 19th place, gets $4,000. He's got all this money, millions and millions of dollars that he still has from the Full Tilt Poker days. Can go ahead and
Counter poker. To be fair,
again, you cannot be fair. Try again.
Counter poker. To get down to the details, technically they have paid most of the players back in Full Tilt, okay? I think there's 1,500 players that still haven't seen their money, but for the most part, they have been giving, and most of those players did get their money back pretty fast.
I'm sorry, Shimi. No. PokerStars is the ones that paid back the players. The U.S. players were paid back by the Department of Justice. Again, not even all of them. Chris Ferguson and his ilk did not pay these players back. And look, whether you can or can't prove whether we have documentation or no documentation, the fact is he is walking around there as though nothing has gone wrong.
Counter poker, but it's a great publicity event, no?
For who?
People can come and take his autograph and take pictures with him or throw out profanities against him or things like that. It's a wonderful opportunity for the poker world.
Well, it's certainly an opportunity to do something, but I kind of really have to wonder. The fact is, I'm not going to call him a degen or anything like that. The fact is, Chris Ferguson, he likes poker. We get it. But you know what? Let's put it this way. He was in hiding all these years, right? If you want to go ahead and take that tack, you remain in hiding. You don't come back and then, everything is as though it was, 5 years ago. It doesn't really work like that. If you're going to come back, which, even I would say is okay, you issue an apology. You speak to the poker media. You say, I'm sorry. You take the abuse or whatever it is.
Counter poker. I'm going to jump in. But you know what? Bottom line, when you get to the poker felt, everything from outside, from beyond that poker table should fall away. There's no politics at the poker table. There's no animosity. There's no petty grievances, even though, yes, you could argue it's not so petty. But there are no grievances. You sit down and you play poker. And that's what we're all there for. And if the guy wants to come back to play poker, at least at the felt, we should be treating him like any other player, and you should just be playing poker with him.
You know what, Shimmy the Fish? I agree. That is a very good point. No room for that. Off the felt, you see him in the hallways, go ahead, speak to him. I wouldn't say go ahead and attack him. Go ahead and chat him up. Smile, talk, whatever it is. See what he really has to say. Don't be attacking. Just talk to him like a person. Maybe something will come out there. But you know what? He's a player just like you, just like me. He's not really such a player over here, Shimmy the Fish. But what I would say is while he's playing, let him play. It is what it is. That's pretty much all what we can argue here.
Counter poker. Shoot, I messed that up. Counter poker. I just want to point out to all of our fans that Robbie has
Agreed?
Yes, you've forfeited the argument to me.
Well, I'm not forfeiting the
Counter
argument.
poker.
Again, what I would say at this episode of Poker
Counter poker
is that this is obviously a very loaded issue. We're here to entertain you, and that's why we're arguing the issue in the first place. But again, one thing I think a lot of people could agree on is you don't necessarily need to go and right up to his face be a douche. That's not something that you wouldn't want done to you, right? If you see Chris Ferguson at the Rio, and I might see you myself because I'm heading right over there, I'm just going to talk to you, I'll shake your hand, and maybe we'll just have a nice conversation. Hopefully something good can come from it. So, we hope you enjoyed this episode here at Poker!
Counter poker!
And we'll be with you again next time at PokerUpdate.com. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And this has been Jesus Week.
Counter Jesus!
Hope you enjoyed.